Hello there internet, Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we are going to showcase Anivia, one of the least represented champions in the game. Rightfully so. Her power level is below the champion average in my opinion, especially since Rising Tides came out and Misfortune was a thing, a 3-mana 3/3 that has a very similar effect. A lot of people really compare Anivia to Misfortune. It's not really an accurate comparison though. Anivia does have the ability to basically become close to unkillable, right? She has a last breath effect of reviving herself and transform into Anivia, which is a 1-mana 0/2 that will basically hatch into Anivia when you're enlightened at round start. So Anivia has seen quite a bit of play in Shadow Isles focus decks, as they can combine her with the likes of the Chronicler of Ruin to get multiple copies of her. But that's not what we're going to be doing today, because ultimately the reason why you don't see many Shadow Isles Anivia decks, or Anivia decks in general, nowadays in the metagame is because she is slow. She does require a bit of a buff to be like top tier competitive. Regardless, I have a really cool deck for you guys that actually puts her to work and can actually take down some top tier decks in the meta. It's not the most consistent deck, but it is actually pretty damn solid, and I had a really strong win rate with it the other day. So I figured I would share, as it is a concept that I have explored in the past, but it's been like at least 3.5 months, something like this, as I've done this. It's called Anivia Jutsu, because we are combining Anivia not with Shadow Owls, but with Ionia instead, and we are packing a full set of Dawn and Dusk. The objective is to Dawn and Dusk onto Anivia, copy her, and then even though we are generating ephemeral copies of Anivia, because of her last breath effect, when these copies die, they will leave some Anivias, which will hatch into Anivias on the board. So with this combo, if you have Anivia on the board and you go for Dawn and Dusk, you get a total of 3 Anivias. If you have Enlightened Karma though, which is the the big boy play, we will apply Dawn and Dusk. We will duplicate this spell and we'll generate a total of 5 copies of Anivia. 4 copies plus the one that already exists. So we will have a leveled up Karma and 5 Anivias on the board, which just completely overwhelms the opponent. And that's basically what the deck list is about. The rest of the deck is comprised of reactive resources for board control in the mid stages of the game and ramp. We are packing in some ramp, not only a couple of copies of Catalyst of Aeons, but also a full set of the Wording Stones, a 3-mana 0/4 that says round start, get an extra mana gem this round. So with Wording Gems and Catalyst of Aeons, we try to enlighten sooner than usual, and then we have a full set of Avalanche and a full set of Ember Maiden as a way to deal with spread out board states. Very relevant, especially against the Callista They Who Endure list. Ember Maiden is actually a late addition to the deck. Basically the last card I added actually, and the reason why I added Ember Maiden is to support Avalanche, because initially, and you guys are going to see in the first game of the video, a weakness that I'm going to mention right now if you don't run Ember Maiden are units with 3 health. So for example, the Sejuani Plunder deck with Misfortune and the Jordo Grifter or the Hired Gun, all these units have 3 health. And that means that Avalanche does not clear this board unless you play it back to back. So combining Avalanche with Ember Maiden allows us to deal with these pesky 3 health units and gives us enough AoE resource and power for the mid stage of the game, which is the one in which we struggle the most, as that is when we're generally working to ramp up and try to stall out the match a little bit so that we can go, ninjutsu on the opponent. When it comes to other cards in our early curve, we have a full set of Avaros and Sentry for obvious reasons. 2-drop that has the last breath effect of drawing 1. Good charm blocker that can cycle through our deck. Full set of Shadow Assassin, a full set of Iceville Archer, which is a fantastic defensive card, and a full set of your boy, the Kindly Tavern Keeper, who got buffed in the recent balance patch and is a really solid unit and puts in the work in this deck by just buying us some time, giving us a nice 3-drop blocker that can trade into fearsome units that also heals our Nexus by 3. which can be the difference between living or dying. We also have a couple of copies of Entreat. This may seem a little bit off, but Entreat with Karma is incredibly powerful because if we have a Karma on the board, we can go for the Entreat and that will duplicate, which means we'll pull out 2 champions, which one of them will likely be another Karma, which will translate into Karma's signature spell, with it, which is Insight of Ages, and that means that we can just generate tremendous value and just do Karma things. You guys are pretty used to Karma things at this point. I don't really have to explain them too much. But Entreat is also really important because if this deck doesn't draw Anivia, we're pretty screwed, right? So it does establish consistency and it does help us out in that regard. And that is the deck list right there. Last but not least, a nice mention to a one-off of Winter's Breath in this deck. This card may seem a little bit off at first, but it's actually there for very spicy purposes. This is our version of Raijeki in Legends of Runeterra. In case you don't know, Raijeki is a board wipe spell from Yu-Gi-Oh! And we are using this card alongside Karma when we're enlightened to basically duplicate this spell and have the first Winter's Breath frostbite all enemies and the second one wipe them out of existence. So it's pretty cheeky, you know, it's rather situational, but I do think it warrants as a one-off, and it's just like a powerhouse ruination, man, that's one-sided. So what's not to like about that, right? Obviously, a full set of Will of Ionia and a couple of denies for disruption are very, very important. We are playing Ionia, so we want to, you know, make use of that. And yeah, man, this deck is pretty damn fun to play. I got some really cool gameplay for you guys, and I think the Ember Maiden edition really, really improved this and made this deck actually competitive. Not saying it's tier 1, but it could be a solid tier 2 deck, honestly, in my opinion. And hopefully you guys enjoy some action and some Anivia degeneracy, as you know, this champion just doesn't get any love, man. And we'll see if she gets buffed in the future. That would be nice to see, and I wonder how they would approach it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the games. Have a swell day. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. Appreciate you watching my videos. Leave a like, subscribe. You know, it's all free. Free is good. And I will stop talking. Have a good one. Enjoy the matches. And I'll see you tomorrow. I love your channel, man. Oh, thank you, Max. Thank you, buddy. That's motivating to read, man. I like the Avalanche here. I'm not so sure about the Deny and the Dawn and Dusk. I generally want to keep the Catalyst of Aeons though. So I'm gonna do this mulligan here. Iceville Archer is alright, but if your boy curves out into Misfortune, his utility as a blocker is gonna be, you know, severely hindered. ¿Has ido al gimnasio hoy? No, I haven't gone to the gym in like a long time.
Fortune favors the bold.
I kind of want to just go with this. Just ramping.
The ocean whispers secrets.
We're gonna take a hit here. No matter how we look at it, we're taking a hit. The question is, do I go for a premeditated avalanche, or do I... If I drop the Shadow Assassin, I can leave this at range.
Winter, take you.
But I would rather take down this. I can drop the Shadow Assassin now and I can utilize.
You cannot escape. It's too late for you.
Okay. It's a pretty heavy hit that we're taking there. I would love to see another avalanche. We're struggling here. I may be forced to
Always forward. Love ya.
taking a lot of pressure.
I'm always up for a round or two. Something for all of you.
Get bloody, get paid.
We're going down quite low. He didn't attack? Alright. Alright, so what's the line of play here? If I go, like, I'm extremely vulnerable. Like, the fact that he missed an attack there is pretty huge. But we still could lose anyways if I don't do things right. I think I have to drop you.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
A true Freljordian welcome.
The order rewards its faithful.
Okay, we're going to try.
Blessed is motion.
My life for Avarosa.
Ocean matter.
Peace begins within. Where there is life, there is hope.
I'm worried about Riptide Rex. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Can I have it not? It's 1, 2, 3. So even if I deny one of them, I still...
Lathrianon. We will carry this with us.
Yeah, we struggle with 3 health units. We struggle a lot with that. Like, back-to-back avalanche can be strong, but that means we have to draw, like, twice, right? So that can be inherently difficult. I'm gonna keep Will of Ionia and Catalyst of Aeons here. As, you know, we have a source of ramp, and Will of Ionia can be very, very key against the likes of They Who Endure, or just early aggression in general. We have the Anivia Jutsu combo. It's just a matter of survival, right? Like, surviving is easier said than done. I may have to tweak my deck a little bit to survive early aggression more. Because right now I feel like... Yeah, this avalanche feels really neat, though.
See the Devastian border from here. Safeguard our homes.
Now, I can just... I think going for the avalanche now is justified. Maybe I can get more value out of it, though. Like, I could just go for the catalyst here. I think I'm gonna go for the catalyst. I have to invest in the ramp now.
We shall not rest until all betrayal.
Use our life as a resource here. Drop the warding stones. Start ramping. Start defending. This avalanche gets tricky with Callista on the board, but I think ramping is... Alright. I think we set up Anivia after the next attack. We'll have 8 mana. I think what we can do this turn is we can start setting up a line of defense. We can use Tavern Keeper to buy a little bit of time. So, I mean, I'm gonna lead off with the Tavern Keeper, just because this is a play that I know I want to go for 100%. I don't have a good Avalanche right now, but I could play Avalanche in response to a Blighted Caretaker. That's a lot of card draw. Am I okay with this? Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Light the signal fires.
I'm gonna pass here. Keeping my Will of Ionia enabled. I mean, when we are enlightened, so next turn we're gonna be at 8 mana. We can actually set up for Anivia. I think I like that better. Alright, that's pretty aggressive. Let's get some damage.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
You cannot escape.
I'm a villain.
I was thinking of going for the Avalanche. I'm worried about, like, you know, a Black Spear finishing off my Wording Stones. But I want to be at 10 mana next turn, because I want to go for the Anivia Jutsu combo.
Every betrayal sharpens our resolve.
He's aware of this.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Something ancient stirs.
What's that noise?
I bring the storm.
Please, I have connections.
Wish I had the deny earlier.
Endless cold. Endless peace.
Knocked and ready.
Treachery ends now. Our preserves you.
If it's a fight they want,
I will endure.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire. Where there is life, there is hope.
We're going in. Anivia Jutsu time! And this Tavern Keeper is a fantastic draw. Because we have a deny. We have a deny for an atrocity, and then we can play... Well, we will need to free up space for Karma. Okay, that's fine.
Snow, wind, and ice.
The problem is, do I free up the space for Karma? I'm gonna attack with Karma because if I want to trade with that, I'm happy to do so.
You have earned your fate. Please, betrayer.
Nice. Getting rid of They Who Endure, massive, absolutely massive. Takes a while.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
We shall not rest until all betrayers.
Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me!
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
Show me that They Who Endure. Is that all? If that's your attack, then you may as well concede.
There is yet to do.
Let's talk about your dad.
Oh, fresh soil.
Cool story. You're still dead. Sure thing.
For my homeland.
You cheeky you. Nice try. Get the fuck out of here!
Wings.
Winter's coming, bitches. In fact, it keeps coming. Adam. we bombed 2 Nexus.
The cycle is complete.
What a cycle. We definitely don't need the likes of Ember Maiden. I'm gonna mulligan harshly for ramp. That's what I need. I need ramp. Deny is also nice to have. But this kind of matchup is very slow. So I need my counter and
Nothing escapes my watch. An
Dressrosa's name.
No ramp, unfortunately.
These old eyes still seem far and clear.
I'm gonna deny his board presence early on. And I'm gonna hope for some of my ramp cards here, which I just cannot seem to draw. Well, at least I got a unit. I'm not gonna play Karma. I mean, now I could play Karma. Why not? What is he gonna do for 3 mana?
Where there is light, there is hope.
Nothing. I'll get free value off of her. Woo! Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
The land provides to those who listen.
That's pretty funny. I mean, that is worth denying.
See the Demastian border from here.
The spirit of winter awakens.
Why no deny? Because that would be a terrible deny. That would be the worst deny ever. I'm facing a deck with War Mother's Call. Like, I was even pondering not using the first deny on the Vengeance. That's how valuable deny is in this matchup. This is my most powerful card in this matchup. I have to be very, very selective with it, and using it on a 5 mana Grasp of the Undying is just silly. That's fine.
Snow, wind, and ice.
I'm surprised he blocked that
A storm approaches.
Denied.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
No. Anivia Jutsu 2.0! Huts!
Time to reflect.
That's why. To the guy asking, that's why
Eternal
I didn't use
winter.
deny earlier.
Let's soar. The cycle is complete.
I love that segment. So for no thermogenic beam. He has a thermal beam. The question is, do you want to use it on this?
Goods on this one.
Always trade that.
For the homestead.
What's that you got there?
I love that trade.
Alert the village.
Save me, loot.
I love that trade.
They're out there.
I'll spot
them.
Show me that pickpocket.
I got ways to find the mushroom.
Not quite what I wanted.
Fire knows its own. Embers and smoke.
The thing about the warding stones is that we don't need to rush this card at all. Like we're better off playing the warding, especially in a deck with thermogenic beams. We're better playing this off like when we're about to like get enlightened, right?
I'm doing this my way.
Okay.
I tried being polite.
I really like this Will of Ionia here. You sure about that? Everybody needs plans, Vi. I just find her character design kind of ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about this champion. I don't like this champion. Nani? Sure.
The order rewards its faithful.
What you looking for?
I will play my part.
I don't need to resort to warding stones if he's just
You
gonna...
never asked. Firing. Watch and learn. Charge!
The spirit of winter.
This game is kind of textbook how to play with the initiative system. Like, the opponent thinks that going for a mushroom cloud and passing is gonna bait me to do something. Like, that may work in Platinum, but...
A new era begins.
But come on, bro. Nice try.
Heart and mind as one. We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
Ever the cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards that could potentially disrupt this. He needs some serious damage to be able to. And he's gonna be wanting to target Karma. Yeah. Jutsu time. He needs like a very specific combination of cards here. He needs like a Mystic Shot and a Get Excited. It has to be Mystic Shot and Get Excited. Now, I'm actually not going to attack with these Anivias.
Let's soar.
I'm only going to attack with this one.
No sweat.
Why, you may ask? Well, I do miss out on damage, yes. But these don't clash. They're ephemeral, so they don't die. So they will only die at the end of my turn, which means he can't deal with them.
Vi stands for violence. The Freljord's eternal guardian.
It's still ephemeral even after transforming, right? No. Eat this? Eat this. No, 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 no.
Ionia speaks through me.
If he kills Karma, it's fine. So it's not like we need her. But she's nice to have.
One candle for every sun.
Yeah, I just realized you're at 3? Ezreal! Ezreal, you've been slacking, my boy. Jesus Christ. Woo! We drew another Karma, which means we win the game.
Knowledge springs from many sources.
For my homeland.
Obstacle? Meet Gauntlet.
Avalayan, meet Battle Fury. I don't even have to look at the rest of my cards. The rest of my cards are irrelevant. This is all I need for one sexy kill.
Such naivete. Join the conflagration.
You're between me and glory.
Yeah, you're a few miles away from glory. Easy. You're gonna vengeance me? That's fine. Still worth it. Alright, that was one.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Silent as death.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Winter take you.
I'm going wide. Probably should have gone. I should have used the aggressive palm. Hindsight's 20/20, but I definitely should have used this.
I bring the storm.
Come from the dark.
No sweat. I'm so good, I surprised myself. No way.
Can we get a nice and sexy Ember Maiden kill? Honestly, this match dragged out more than I expected. Okay, we can't.
What's that noise?
Destruction feeds my fire. The cycle is complete.